have you tried?
I have tried burgers and pizzas and French fries, and I really love them. They're cool.
Do you ever use a microwave to cook food quickly?
No, we don't use a microwave at home because we believe this is not healthy and this is detrimental to our health. So we go for the old-fashioned way. We use a gas cooker.
How popular are fast food restaurants where you live?
They are very popular. Unfortunately, they are very popular because nowadays people are snowed under with lots of work, and then they don't have enough time to cook. So they frequent fast food restaurants.
When would you go to a fast food restaurant?
Where would I go?
When?
Sorry. Normally on the weekend, my wife and I have this arrangement, okay, between us, and then we choose a nice fast food restaurant every week, and then we try to try different restaurants every week, okay, once a week.
Part 2. Describe some technology, for example an app, phone, software program that you decided to stop using. You should say when and where you got this technology, why you started using this technology, why you decided to stop using it, and explain how you feel about the decision you made.
Okay, thank you. All right. I want to talk about an application that I stopped using, and it is called Viber. I used to use this for a limited period of time, for about a year or so, maybe, I'm not sure. About maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, I'm not sure. And this is basically an instant messaging application, IM application, that I was using at that time. And where I got that from Google Play, most probably. I don't know, I don't remember. I started using this technology, this app, because that was the in thing at that moment. Everybody was using that, so what else could I do? I started using that too. And I stopped using that because little by little there were some other applications that were way more efficient than that. For example, I think Telegram was the next big thing after that, which is really popular even today, and I'm using that all the time. So I stopped using that because there was something which was better, Telegram, because there is the desktop version of that, and then you can easily use that on multiple devices. So that's pretty cool. And I feel really good about my decision. I did what I did. I did what I had to do. I did what everybody else was doing at that time. Okay, we immigrate from one app to another. That's pretty normal in the world today. Thank you.
What kinds of computer games do people play in your country?
I think younger people would like to play some battle games, for example, Battlefield. I don't know the names, okay, something with lots of blood and gore, because they want to get rid of all that anger and all that anxiety, maybe, and all that that emotions they have inside, okay. And some other people, on the other hand, including myself, like to play strategic games. Yeah, I think these are the kind of games they would like to play.
Why do people enjoy playing computer games?
Computer games, it's a good refuge for many people, you know, after a long day at work or maybe at a school. 30 minutes of computer games, of playing computer games, would help you a lot, rejuvenate your brain cells, okay, and it would give you an amazing feeling, and it is also good for concentration, okay. I read in an article that some surgeons, I don't know where in the world, they used to play some computer games or video games before operating some really important surgeries, which is really cool.
Do you think that all computer games should have a minimum age for players?
I think they already have them, okay, but it depends on the families if they abide by that law or not. I'm not sure. I think yes, that's a pretty good thing to be if it is not already there, okay. Yeah, it's a pretty good thing to be there, and that's pretty important because some of them are not really appropriate for younger adults. Yeah, yeah, there should be something like that.
In what ways can technology in the classroom be helpful?
In many different ways. Nowadays, you know, since the outbreak of the COVID, many people, actually it's not technology in the classroom, it's classroom in the technology, you know what I mean? Okay, so this just goes to show the great potential of technology, okay. And in the classroom there could be, for example, a TV, there could be some smart board, a computer, many different engaging things that would boost and improve the quality of learning.
Do you agree that the students are often better at using technology than their teachers?
Yes and no. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. If it is a piece of technology that the teacher is using every day, I think no, students are no better than the teacher. But if it is something new, okay, if it is something cutting edge and new that was introduced, for example, yesterday, yes, because these alpha generations, they are really adept at using technology, and then they accommodate themselves really fast into the world of technology.
Do you believe that computers will ever replace human teachers?
Computers replace teachers? I don't know. It's really hard to say. I don't know. You should ask Elon Musk this question. Okay, he is, you know, working on a chip that could be implanted inside the brain, and then like things would come to you, okay, naturally. And I think there would be no need for anything in the future, and life and education and learning would be meaningless in the future if that happened, of course. But in a more mundane way, I think no, what a teacher does is what a teacher does, not a computer, not a machine. I don't know. I cannot say yes, I cannot say no. Thank you.